Amritpal Singh, who has finally surrendered. There were rumors doing the rounds that he would surrender around Baisakhi even weeks ago. Finally, after being on the run for the last 5 weeks since the 18th of March, Amritpal Singh, radical Sikh preacher, surrenders in Moga in Punjab this morning. He surrendered at a gurdwara. He had, in fact, a massive crackdown against him, and the members of the police of Punjab as well as the centre had been on the lookout for this. The Punjab police describes him as the Khalistani Pakistan agent who's been on the run. In fact, the Punjab police has put out a tweet urging people to maintain calm and to maintain peace and harmony and not to spread any sort of fake news. He has been arrested by the police. He had been on the run since the 18th of March. They launched a statewide crackdown as far as the police is concerned on elements of the Waris Punjab Day. The police have arrested 78 people on charges of spreading tension in the state of Punjab. The fugitive surrendered at a gurdwara in Moga, arrested from Rore village. It's the birthplace of Brindan Wale. Do remember, he's known as a Brindan Wale 2.0 amongst his supporters. He walks like him, talks like him. Even images that are emerging from the gurdwara, many drawing comparisons to Brindan Wale and how he would emulate him at all times. This has just come on the heels of his wife, who was stopped at the Amritsar airport from taking a flight to London just 2 days ago by the immigration officials. She was questioned for about 3 hours, and then she was allowed to go back to her house but wasn't allowed to fly out of the country. Now, Amritpal Singh had married UK-based Kirandeep Kaur just in February this year. The crackdown that started on the 18th of March, finally, he has been taken into the custody of the police after he surrendered this morning. Do remember, from Moga, he has to be shifted to Dibrugarh. But before that, he's been taken to Bhatinda. A medical checkup is being conducted there before he can be put on a special flight. And from there on, he will be taken to Dibrugarh, where 8 of his aides are already being questioned in Dibrugarh and have been held. So, we have our guest joining us this morning. In order to get more on this, we have Desh Ratan Nigam, our advocate, joining us, as well as we have with us AK Jain, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, along with senior journalist. Also, Nija Chaudhary will be joining us later. But let me take my first question to Desh Ratan Nigam. Take us through the significance of taking him to Dibrugarh in order for questioning him there from taking him out of Punjab.
Well, Divya, in fact, this is a case which is being investigated by the NIA and will be tried by the Special Court of NIA at Mohali. And therefore, he has to be under the custody of NIA. And since all other accused are also, I think 8 accused are also being stationed there in Dibrugarh, therefore, this person is also being lodged there and provides an enhanced security, because the role of the Punjab police, if you recall, during the Ajnala crisis when they stormed the police station, they were almost inactive. They didn't do anything. And also choosing a place of Punjab to surrender and misusing the religion and doing it in a gurdwara is something, because the overall, if you look at these facts and circumstances of the case, I think Dibrugarh would be a very safe place for him. He may spill a lot of beans, the involvement of politicians and otherwise who shielded him till now, who in fact protected him from 18th March onwards. All those are very serious issues, and I think he needs to be protected and his prosecution taken to the logical conclusion. And the misuse of religion which he's trying to be very symbolic, surrendering in Gurudwara, he's a criminal. Please understand, the simple fact is, yes, he is to be tried by a court, but no mercy on him because he's a separatist. He's getting weapons from Pakistan, sophisticated weapons, and he calls himself a Khalistani. And those are very serious issues, and the NIA, I'm sure, will take this prosecution to its logical conclusion.
Right. We also have A.K. Jain, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, joining us. Sir, if you could take us through, how difficult would it be to nab someone whose CCTV footage has emerged from different cities of Punjab. He made his way all the way to Delhi over the last 5 weeks. Through Haryana, he came into Delhi. He was seen walking, roaming around the streets openly, so changing his appearance. So many pictures of him emerging on social media, and yet the police couldn't seem to nab him.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. Police had a lot of difficulty in tracing this man because he is very clever. As Mr. Nigam has said, he is a hardcore criminal, and he was getting his briefing from ISI and other intelligence agencies of Pakistan, terrorist groups, and he was not keeping a mobile with him. He used to use the mobile of the person where he was putting up, and then he used to return it. That's why all those people were caught. Where he took shelter, in the houses he took shelter. So he's a hardcore criminal, and the way he has been arrested from Rode village in Moga, it shows that there is now better coordination between central agencies, NIA and Punjab police, and this is the right way to go forward. And this is the right decision to take him to Dibrugarh. He should be kept away from as far as away from Punjab as possible. And Dibrugarh is a very safe place with the heavy security. You must have heard that Assam Chief Minister was also threatened by Khalistani elements, but he will be safe there, and he will be interrogated. He'll be interrogated, and he will tell so many things about the involvement of other agencies, and at least he will be away from the scene. And in the meantime, Punjab police should track down on other elements who are becoming his followers, recover the weapons, sophisticated weapons which have been brought from Pakistan, and that's the only way to maintain peace and communal harmony in Punjab.
Right. In fact, he was building his own anti-India militia. He was seen, he had stormed that police station in February, and that's when he came into the limelight. And just post that, when the police managed to almost manage, to nab him, but he managed to get away on the 18th of March. For the last 5 weeks, the police, the central agencies, all have in fact been on the lookout for him. Of course, the security arrangements were tight, which is why finally he had to surrender. And which is why we have seen him surrender. Take us through the significance of him surrendering inside a gurdwara. The fact that he surrendered there, how is he using religion as a tool? Deshratan Nikam.
Well, Divya, in fact, he's trying to play to the optics, trying to create a perception. I think people of Punjab now are very clear. He tried to divide the people of Punjab on communal lines. He tried to promote gun culture with such sophisticated weapons as AK-47, so many other weapons which probably were coming from Pakistan across the border through his ISI connections. And therefore, he was misusing religion. On one hand, you see the Prime Minister, getting the Sikhs and Guru Granth Sahib from Afghanistan safely, and also from Pakistan, and visiting Gurdwaras. And then you have hardcore criminals like him trying to divide, India, and trying to create that kind of hatred among the communities and disharmony among communities. So this man was quite dangerous. He tried to become Bhindranwala 2.0, and Bhindranwala 1.0 was a creation of the Congress, created by the Congress to deal with Khalistanis because they had not supported Indira Gandhi in emergency. So his ambition to become Bhindranwala 2.0 has been crushed now, appropriately so by the agencies, because there was so much pressure from the central agencies on him. So he had to surrender. And in fact, when his wife was unable to leave, probably that was the breaking point for him. And the misuse of religion, I think people see through now. And especially people like him. I don't think he's a genuine Sikh. Just by wearing a kripan and a pagdi does not make a person a Sikh. You have to be a Sikh by your conduct, by your beliefs, and which religion actually calls for unity among various communities and harmony. And the Punjabi Sikhs and otherwise Sikhs all over India have been living in harmony. Yes, there was a bad phase in '84 for which we still apologize to the Sikh community because it was entirely a political move that had happened, and he became the Bhindranwala 1.0 became a monster because of political interventions. And his dream to become Bhindranwala 2.0 has been crushed, and he will be taken to a logical conclusion. He's a dangerous criminal, and I'm sure NIA is up to the task.
Right. The fact that he has finally surrendered, given the situation just 2 days ago when his wife was not allowed to take a flight off to London, could be one of the reasons. But there were rumors doing the rounds even earlier. That happened 2 days ago. But even earlier, there were rumors doing the rounds that he would surrender on the occasion of Baisakhi. There were rumors just 2 to 3 weeks before that as well that Amritpal Singh would be surrendering. If I could just, in fact, AK Jain, if you could answer that, of course, it was very difficult to nab him. Eventually, he did surrender. Take us through the cases that are there against him and how tight is the case?
Several cases are registered against him of attacking policemen, injuring them, disturbing the communal harmony of the state. There are very serious sections which have been imposed against him, and I don't think he is likely to get bail very soon in those cases. At least he will be behind bars for a year, and by that time, if Punjab police takes proper action, follow-up action against his followers, against people who are of this bent of mind, only then they will be able to contain it. Otherwise, once he is released after a year or two, so then again he will try to create problems in Punjab. Cases against him, I think 5 cases are registered against him, and some UAPA has also been imposed on him. He is not likely to get bail, and NIA is going to do a very fine job and collect all the evidence and file charge sheet. So most probably he is not going to come out of jail, and trial should start before he's released. He gets bail under an NSA. So once the trial starts, then he is history. Then he is history, and people will forget him by and large. When I talk to Sikhs, they are not at all in his favor, and they think that early action should have been taken by our government against him, but they delayed it. And only when he threatened the Home Minister of India and started creating huge issues and communal issues in Punjab, only then it was taken up seriously. Now Punjab police should try to be professional. It used to be a highly professional force in 80s, and we have worked with them in Tarai area of UP, and I think now Punjab police will be able to gear up and control the situation.
Right, we did see the impact his supporters and the impact that it had all the way in London when the tricolour was removed from the British High Commission, AK Jain. He has many supporters and they call him Bhindranwale 2.0. He does emulate him, and if you could take us and compare the two, as far as Amritpal Singh and Bhindranwale is concerned, he has, drawn major inspiration from Bhindranwale.
Should I answer it?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. The action is being taken against those Sikhs who had staged a demonstration at London. Ministry of External Affairs has taken it up in the right spirit. Action should be taken, and the way barricades etc. were removed from the British Embassy, from the House of High Commissioner, that was the right step. Message has been sent. Now security has been beefed up. This is also the right step has been taken by not allowing his wife to go to London, because she is also an activist. She would have organized protests against arrest of Amritpal Singh, and should have indulged in a lot of rumor mongering in London and other places. Very, very tough stand is required on these issues right from the beginning. Luckily, central government and AAP government, now they are on the same page. This is not that Congress government, which was the Bhindranwale was largely a creation of Congress party, but now that's not the situation. Even BJP government knows, AAP government knows that Punjab is a very, very tough state to govern, having long border with Pakistan. Drones are daily basis, they are dropping weapons and narcotics. It has to be contained, and it can only be contained if there is perfect coordination between BSF, central agencies and Punjab police.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us. Amritpal Singh has been on the run for the past 5 weeks. Finally surrenders at a gurdwara in Moga in Punjab. From there, he has been taken to Bathinda. His medical examination will be conducted before he can be put on a special flight from Bathinda. He will be taken to Dibrugarh, where he will be questioned. Of course, security arrangements have been put in place. The Punjab police are describing him as the Khalistani Pakistan agent. They are asking for calm and harmony in the state of Punjab, putting out a tweet asking people not to spread any sort of fake news. Let me also, get more on this given the fact that the security arrangements had been tight, which is why he had to surrender this morning. He did surrender at Rode village, the birthplace of Bhindranwale. Do remember, he has been known as Bhindranwale 2.0. He has emulated him in the past, and this is the birthplace of Bhindranwale, where he has finally surrendered. 2 days ago, his wife was stopped at the London airport from taking a flight. She is a UK citizen. They got married only in February this year. She wanted to take that flight, and she was detained by the Punjab police at the Amritsar airport. She was questioned for 3 hours, and that's when she was let go. She was allowed to leave with her family and go back to her house. However, she wasn't allowed to leave the country. She had been questioned earlier as well, and maybe that's one of the reasons why he finally has surrendered. There were rumors doing the rounds that he would be surrendering on Baisakhi, and finally in Moga at a gurdwara early this morning, Amritpal Singh, who's been on the run for almost 5 weeks, has surrendered to the police. The Punjab police put out a tweet asking and urging citizens to maintain peace and harmony and not to share any kind of fake news, is what the Punjab police put out in a tweet. So Amritpal Singh finally surrenders, and he is finally being taken for questioning. We have Neerja Chaudhary, senior journalist, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us here on NDTV. Ma'am, take us through the significance of, just yesterday we heard Amit Shah lauding the Punjab police, talking about how they're doing such a good job as far as Amritpal Singh is concerned. And within 24 hours, we do see that Amritpal Singh finally surrendered.
Look, it's a very strange thing. For over a month, the crack police of Punjab, backed by the central forces, the might of the Indian central forces, were not able to find this man who was running around fugitive. And from time to time, you would have photos of him released. Oh, he was sighted here, or he was sighted there. And in the recent weeks, even that had disappeared. And suddenly he's now appeared and he surrenders. Now, the whole Amritpal Singh phenomenon is a mystery. It's very, very mystifying. His rise, his ability to have got his people released at Ajnala and then going underground. So, I hope, at the moment in Punjab, from all accounts, there is no sympathy for people like him. There may be a fringe group that is with him, but the Punjab situation is a very sensitive one, about which both the central government and the state government will have to work together. This is a situation about which politics cannot be played. Whoever is behind Amritpal Singh, or whether he is an independent entity, the stakes are too high for the country to mess around with Punjab and play politics with Punjab.
Right. In San Francisco, we saw those pro-Khalistani vandalize the Indian consulate there, also outside the Indian High Commission in the United Kingdom. So, the outreach as far as and the supporters of Amritpal Singh, somebody who has in fact designed his life on the lines of Brindanwale, many call him Brindanwale 2.0. Neeja Chaudhary, how would you describe Amritpal Singh, and if you could draw comparisons between the two, between Brindanwale and Amritpal Singh?
Look, he's certainly fashioning himself after Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. At that time, it was the Congress party that set up Bhindranwale to deal with the Akalis, and then he became it was like, mounting a tiger that you could not dismount, and became larger than everybody else. And of course, we all know, there were killings of Hindus, police, senior police people were killed in front of the gurdwara, Golden Temple, and the whole thing spun out of control. And finally, it ended having to go into the Golden Temple, and then later the assassination of Indira Gandhi. So it is a very painful chapter in our history, and I hope it will never be repeated, and that wisdom will prevail. Yes, he's certainly, to answer your question, he's trying to fashion himself on the lines of Bhindranwale, and that looks that he has also remind you of that. He's surrendered in Bhindranwale's village. So those are parallels that he obviously wants to draw.
Absolutely. A.K. Jain, if you could take us through, he hadn't been in the limelight or in he wasn't known until recently, but now he seems to be the most wanted criminal in Punjab.
Yes, he had a meteoric rise. And he's a good planner. He came with this belief only that he will try to establish himself as another Bhindranwale in Punjab, but he forgot that central agencies, central government and Punjab government, they are working in tandem, and his activities will not be allowed. In fact, all the way he took out the procession after storming Ajnala police station, I really fail to understand why it was allowed. He was allowed to become very big within no time, and I think our government was behind it, and it should not have been there in the first place. When Bhagwant Singh Mann was called by Mr. Amit Shah, and he was asked to take action against this man because he had challenged HM also, and the way he used words. So it should not have been tolerated in the first place. But I think now Punjab police has taken it up seriously. Bhagwant Singh Mann also knows that his government will go if he fails to take action against such radical elements in Punjab. And now at least they are doing it. It seems they are doing it. They will have to take up action against other elements also, because in Punjab, many such elements are active, who are involved in smuggling of narcotics, weapons, sophisticated weapons from Punjab, from Pakistan, through drones. So a lot of action is required. And there is a huge cache of arms in Punjab. Already weapons are there right from 80s also, because all the weapons were not recovered after the insurgency was over. So solid police work is required. In consultation, in close coordination with BSF and central agencies.
Right. Thank you so much, A.K. Jain, Neeja Chaudhary, as well as Deshratan Nigam, for joining us here on the broadcast. Amritpal Singh has finally surrendered at a village in Moga in Punjab, but from there he has been taken to Bathinda. He's at the airbase. Medical checkup being conducted before he can take that special flight out from Bathinda. He will be taken to Dibrugarh. Security has been tightened in the state of Punjab, and the Punjab police are urging people to maintain peace and harmony.